over the next couple of days as they build that roster. Then we'll take a deep dive into what's coming up in the season. The first 4 games that will set the tone, as well as the last 6 games that knocked the Ravens out of the playoffs a year ago, what they're going to do differently this year to try to change the outcome. So we've got a lot to talk about, a lot of insights to share as we break down the start of the 2022 season still to come. Howell on second and short, looking to run it. He will. He'll get the first down, stays in bounds, and finally is spun out with a first down at the 30-yard line, stopping the clock with 1:50 left in the preseason. Quick injury update brought to you by Baltimore Banner. Kevon Seymour suffered an ankle injury. He's listed as doubtful to return, but I can promise you, you're not going to see him back on the field after that scare.
Yeah, now the defensive front has to be very patient and keep. They all know that Howell can run. He's done it throughout the whole night. So try to keep him in the pocket where he hasn't done most of his damage.
Washington has all 3 timeouts remaining. Ravens with a 2-point lead. Howell to throw. Crossing pattern complete. Erickson gets out of bounds. Big hit. Darrell Worley putting the wood to Erickson. Shy of the first down by far, but stops the clock at 1:42. Boy, this scenario in the regular season is one of my favorites because it's just pure drama.
Yeah, but again, McClain as a linebacker, when he comes down, he can't stop his feet. They're stopping their feet before they make the tackle. When the receiver stops, they got to keep eating that grass up to take that advantage away from the offense.
Howell at second down, blitz pressure coming. Howell sidesteps it and lofts the ball out of bounds. Josh Ross was coming locomotive speed up the middle. Howell sidestepped him and stops the clock with 1:36 left to play. Look, if this is the regular season, the ball's at the Washington 35. They're trying to get it to the Baltimore 35. That's a 30-yard span of turf with 3 timeouts. I'm telling you, this is a nail-biting situation.
Am I seeing number 11 on the field as a safety?
Raleigh Webb is out there as a safety. Good eyes. Howell escapes again, but not for far. Jeremiah Moon and Josh Ross bring him to the turf. It'll be 4th down, and Ron Rivera will use one of his 3 timeouts.
I like Webb. I like the back pedal. Webb. They look pretty good.
Raleigh Webb is in at safety. Has a touchdown and a couple of grabs as a wide receiver. Big time special teamer.
But again, you just got a 4-man rush. They run games inside. They did a great job of keeping him in the pocket, not letting him flush out of the pocket and find those running lanes.
Geno Stone also in on the sack for Mike McDonald's defense, and now it comes down to this. 1:27 left. Washington looking at a 4th and 6. Ravens holding to a 2-point lead.
I think I'm bringing pressure right now if I'm Mike McDonald.
But you're not bringing Raleigh Webb. You're leaving him deep at safety.
I think Raleigh will stay deep. Yes.
And now John Harbaugh will call a timeout. So both coaches trying to make the most of a classic teaching moment. You try to build these into your practice scenarios, but when you have an organic situation at the end of a game where you can teach your young players how important making the right read, the right decision, the right mental awareness is, it's the difference between winning and losing a game.
Yeah, situational football is critical for all teams to win. And the more you can teach it in these game type scenarios, it's so critical for them to remember once they get into the true games.
4th down and 6. Washington will go 3 wide to the right. Raleigh Webb, a rookie free agent wide receiver, is deep at safety for the Ravens. Howell throws down the near side. It is incomplete. Terrific coverage on the play by our Darius Washington, and with 1:23 left to play in the preseason, the streak is alive and the hay's in the barn.
They believe in it, and I didn't watch the up front pressure. It was just a 4-man rush. 4-man rush, and he just threw the ball a little bit too early.
And I loved how Ardarius Washington was running stride for stride, wasn't grabby. So we talk about the safeties, and we will talk about this at length in the postgame show following the conclusion of tonight's game. I'm intrigued by all three of the safeties who are battling for roster spots because they have such different skill sets. Nate McClain will back to the line of scrimmage, not much more. Ron Rivera, being a true sportsman, not going to call a timeout. In the regular season you would, but no reason to do it here.
This game is in the books. I mean, both sides saw what they want to see from their players.
Anthony Brown's going to find either a practice squad spot with the Ravens or a spot with somebody after this performance. 14 of 18, 254 yards, a touchdown throwing, a touchdown rushing. On the rollout toss, nice reach back catch by Nate McCrary. They'll only get about 2 yards, and the Ravens come up with a third down, but they do not have to snap the ball again. Both sides are going to be content.
I don't even know why they're huddling.
They're huddling because they're rookies, and John Harbaugh just wants to make sure that Ron Rivera is on the same page. They are on the same page. The final seconds will come off the clock, and the preseason goes in the books. The Ravens yet again will close out with a perfect preseason record.